we're going to read a story called The Ugly Duckling. Have you guys heard of this story before? You probably have in preschool, okay? The Ugly Duckling. On the front cover, we see the mommy duck, right? And there's brothers and sisters duckies. And then there's one baby duck that doesn't look the same like the other duckies, right? What does it look like? He's gray. He's got blue feet and a blue beak, right? And the other duckies are yellow, and they got orange beaks and orange feet. At the top, we have two names, and these are names that we have seen before because we've seen books that kind of look like this, right? Mara Alperin and Sue Eastland. That's a new name. But Mara Alperin, she's been the same author that writes the books that kind of look like this, right? The front cover always kind of looks the same, and there's little lines that go all the way around the outside. On the back cover, we see the little ducklings, right? And then there's the ugly duckling at the top, and then here's another animal, and there's some words. The words tell us a little bit about the story. It says, when mother duck's eggs hatch, one little duckling is wibbly and wobbly and very ugly. And no matter how hard he tries to fit in, the other animals just laugh at him. Will the ugly duckling ever find a friend? And he says, want to play? Not today. Go away. Well, that's not very nice, right? All those words rhyme, though. Play, today, away. The rhyme is A. And look, they end with AY. AY says A, right? Play, today, away. They all end with AY. Okay. Inside we have some pages. And what is this part of the book called? The spine, right? We can't open it. It holds the book together, right? If you can see, there's some staples that are up at the top and on the bottom, right here, okay? And that holds the book together so the pages don't fall out. The Ugly Duckling. Okay, here's the title page. We see, where do the animals live? On the farm, right? That's the setting of the story, where the story is going to take place. Probably on the farm. See a cow. Here's the mommy duck, a pig, a horse, some frogs. There's a tractor. The Ugly Duckling. All right. It was a sunny spring morning in the farmyard. Mother Duck sat proudly on her nest. Come quickly, she called to the other animals. My eggs are beginning to hatch. Crack, 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 crack. Out tumbled 4 perfect little ducklings. They were soft and fluffy and yellow. Ooh, lovely. Aren't they just the sweetest ducklings ever? Oinked the pig. Cheep, cheep, chirped the baby ducklings, and Mother Duck gave them a big cuddle. But there was one egg left. It was bigger than the others and strangely speckled. Speckled means spotted, right? You see all the little dots on it? Okay. Then it began to crack open. Out popped 2 funny feet, 2 wobbly wings, and 1 bumpy beak. Mother Duck gasped. He didn't look at all like her other baby ducklings. What a strange little creature. Such a funny color. He's a very ugly duckling, snorted the pig. Hush, scolded Mother Duck. He's my baby, and I love him. Now, come along, children. It's time for your first swimming lesson. Mother Duck marched towards the pond, and 4 little ducklings skipped along behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, what's this duckling doing? He's not paying attention. Wait for me, called the ugly duckling, but he tripped over his funny feet and thump, bump, thump, bump. He tumbled into the other little ducklings. How clumsy. Clumsy is what you're called when if you fall a lot or you drop things or you hurt yourself a lot. I'm very clumsy. So whenever I'm walking, sometimes I hit things, or when I'm trying to pick stuff up, I always drop it on accident. Never mind, said Mother Duck. Now into the water like good little ducklings. Let's sing our duckling song, Mother Duck called. Quackity, quack, 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 chanted the 4 little ducklings. Honkity honk, the ugly duckling sang happily. What's that? Hooted the horse. You don't sing like a duckling. Now, now, said Mother Duck. He'll learn in time. But the ugly duckling didn't learn, and all summer long the other animals teased him when he got stuck in things, tripped over things. How embarrassing, said the pig, and made an enormous mess. No matter how hard he tried, the ugly duckling just didn't fit in. Why don't you go away? Squawked the other little ducklings. You're noisy and messy, and you're ruining our fun. Just then they heard Mother Duck calling for her children. Not you, shouted the other ducklings. And off they pranced, leaving the ugly duckling behind. Is that very nice? No, you shouldn't treat anybody like that, right? And if they're all ducklings, right, that means they're all brothers and sisters, right? That's not very nice. Oh, why does no one want to play with me? Sighed the ugly duckling. No time to play, said the mole, popping his head up. I'm digging a new tunnel for winter. Can I help? Asked the ugly duckling, and he poked his bumpy beak underground. Where are you, my little one? Quacked Mother Duck. We can't wait any longer. It's time to fly south for the winter. I'm coming, cried the ugly duckling. Wait for me. You see him? But the ugly duckling was stuck in a tunnel, and Mother Duck couldn't hear him. The ugly duckling wriggled and wiggled, and he pushed and he pulled until pop! At last he was free. But it was too late. They had already left without him. Oh no, sniffled the ugly duckling. I'll never catch up to them now. I'm all alone. The days and nights grew colder, and the ugly duckling sheltered in the hollow of an old oak tree. The hollow means like in the hole that's inside the tree. And as the snowflakes fell, he curled up in his long wings and dreamed of sunny days and games in the meadow. Does he look the same? What's happening to him? At last the sun peeked out and the frozen pond began to thaw. Then one day a beautiful swan glided across the sparkling water. The ugly duckling peeked out from behind the reeds. I wish I could go and swim with her, he said, but I'm too ugly to be her friend. And he gave a little sob. He cried. Who's there? Called the swan. Come out and play. I can't, whispered the ugly duckling. I'm too funny looking, and everybody laughs at me. I won't laugh, promised the swan. I don't mind how you look. What does he look like? So the ugly duckling took a deep breath and stepped outside. But you're beautiful, exclaimed the swan. Look! And he looked down at his reflection and saw that she was right. What did he grow up to be? A swan. The ugly duckling had grown into a swan, a beautiful, elegant swan with dazzling white feathers and a long, graceful neck. So they played together all day. He was very happy indeed. At last, he was as beautiful on the outside as he was on the inside. And best of all, he had a friend. The end. So, was the ugly duckling really a duckling? No, he was a baby swan, right? He was a baby swan. That's why he didn't look like the other ducklings. So maybe the mommy swan's egg got swapped with the ducky swan's or the ducky's egg, right? And so that's why he was with the ducky family. And they said, you look kind of weird, right? Because he didn't look like them. Do you think that's nice to say? No, that's not nice to say at all, right? People or animals that don't look the same like us, that doesn't matter, right? We all look different and we're all special. But in the end, he grew up to be really beautiful, right? So baby swans are gray, right? And then when they grow up, the gray feathers fall off and they turn into swans. Do you remember when we learned about penguins? When the baby penguins are born, do you remember what color they were? They're fuzzy and gray too. And then what happened to their feathers? They fell off, right? And then when they fell off, you got to see the black and the white feathers, right? I think that's what happens with the swans too. So maybe they're born with the gray feathers, and then when they grow up, the gray feathers fall off, And then they have white feathers.